Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. And welcome back to Harvest Day. Oh, Harvest Day, Harvest Day, Harvest Day. This is bittersweet, guys. But for those of you who are just joining us, what we're looking at here is 12 plants, 6 per light or per tray, veg for 15 days, and now they are 66 days from the point at which we flipped the light cycle from veg 18 and 6 to 12-12. We are 66 days past that point. And today is harvest day. Oh my goodness, are they just... beautiful. I got some macro shots. Very cool. Got some smaller buds, nothing too major, but some cool purple trichomes and whatnot. And we've been talking about it. They're fading. Getting some purples come in. Mostly just a yellow-green nitrogen fade throughout. And exactly where we want them. I mean, this is just, they are completely swollen, completely frosted out. Heads are swelling as well on the trichomes. It is time. Nice amber content as well. Whew. I am so stoked. I cannot wait to get this dried up. It's gonna, exciting stuff. So all I want to do is come in here, get you guys one last look here while they're still on the plant. Give it a quick check over, and here they are. So I'm gonna get in here. We're gonna do some harvesting. We'll talk about it. So let's get into it. All right. Halfway done and thick as ever. Actually, not quite halfway done. We still got plenty of girthy secondaries down here. But that's all kind of branched now from that bottom layer of trellis. So all the heads and kind of, I guess, middle secondaries taken off. We're taking up 4 hangers, absolutely packed to the brim. Looking really good. So it gives us a good angle into this side of the canopy. See all the way back. So now onto this side. That was about two and a half hours there. Onto this side, got the trellis kind of managed up so I can go there. So I'm gonna do all the tops here, and then that'll clear way for me to hang some hangers over here, and then get to that final trellis layer at the bottom last there. And I need to grab some wire hangers for some of the smaller stuff too. These hangers are fine for big things, and when you can get a little pivot like that, when you get a little hanger. But if you're just hanging by a bud or something, wire hangers are way better. Anyway, let me get back to work. We'll get in here later. All right. Next day. So finished up the next day, just cleaned up a couple, 2 little wire rack hangers and just some smaller secondaries. But the bulk hangers looking good, nicely dried already. I want to move this one away from the dehu a little bit. But in here to set. So these girls will stay in here. What I've already done is, some people are gonna ask, what have I done? Anything that's got a petiole that's outside of the bud, I've taken off. So something like this looks like it could be taken off, and it might be able to be taken off. And even this one maybe could. What I've learned is just do it later, because if you leave a crow's foot, you're gonna have to do the work later anyway. They end up drying up like this very nicely, and they just flick right off for the most part. If you do gotta get a scissor in there, it's pretty quick. So as they start to curl, they give a little humidity dome, and that's kind of my other tip is I live in a very moderate climate. 60% humidity is pretty easy for me to come by. So I do kind of right up the middle. If you're in Denver, I would suggest leaving a little bit more fan leaves on. If you're in Hawaii, maybe go a little tighter. So it depends on your ambient, where you're trying to get to. but you know, got to do a little bit of feel for your climate. Anyway, we will continue to check in on these girls day by day because that's just what I'll do, but they will not be ready to even begin for at least 10 days to 14 days. And everyone's gonna ask, what's the perfect parameters for drying? 60-60. 60 Fahrenheit by 60% RH. That's kind of the quote-unquote desired range. Now, if your temp goes up, it is what it is. It's hard to keep it right at 60. If your temp goes down, great. If your temp goes up, is what it is. Your humidity goes up a little bit, is what it is. Do what you can to combat it. You can only do what you can do, right? So this is the goal, get as close to it as we can. If we're a little plus, a little minus, it is what it is. Colder is always better in my opinion, but colder is always better, and if you do go colder, 55 is badass, but you know, you gotta have a good AC to make your room get to something like that. Anyway, we'll check in, see how these girls are doing. All right, guys, so yield results are in, and they are fantastic and a personal record for myself here. We yielded 2,300 grams of vendable size flour, so that's grade A and B, good stuff. You got no problem moving. So 2,300 grams, that's just over 5 elbows. Again, an absolute personal record for me as an overall total yield in my 4x8 space. So to do that, we used 152 kilowatt hours in veg, and we used 687 kilowatt hours energy in flour for a total energy consumption from the lights of 839 kilowatt hours. To do that was basically an average of 428 watts per light, or 856 watts total over the 4x8. You know, mostly ran at like 480, 500, and then with the taper down towards the last few weeks, that's where that average came from. And that kilowatt hour with our yield, that comes out to 2.68 grams per kilowatt hour. It also comes out to 2.68 just basic grams per watt too, so that's very convenient, but grams per kilowatt hour. So that is what we're paying for. You pay for those kilowatt hours. And for me personally, I'm paying around 30 cents for each one of them. So, you know, do the math on how much that cost me, but I use 839, it cost me 30 cents. There's your deal. 30% of 839 is what it cost me. But 2.68 grams per kilowatt hour. That is my personal best efficiency record. I think I broke 2.6 or 2.58, somewhere in that range. But 2.68 is above and beyond the best I have ever done. Now my space is 3,200 square feet of canopy, 16 per light. You know, they're 4x4 trays. And with the total yield, again, that's 72 grams per square foot. Again, a personal record for me, just absolutely fantastic. We knew it. It was a banger. That was the plan. We wanted to go in there, do what we know how to do, not test, not mess around, monocrop, bang it out. And that's exactly what happened. So mission accomplished, and what a way to go out, man. Very, very nice run. Flour's absolutely fantastic too. Everything from this run, just grade A. So very happy with it, very proud. Obviously also very sad it was the last one in the room, but it's springtime and seeds are about to get popped. So Green Genes isn't done, but what a way to end that room's performance over the years. So total yield 2,300 grams, just under 5 elbows, and 2.68 grams per kilowatt hour, guys. So thank you for following along. Thank you for all the support over the years, not just this run, but everything that led up to this. I really do appreciate it, guys. So stay tuned. Occasionally some things will still pop up, not done, but just wanted to complete this and give you guys the yield and the total numbers. So take it for what it's worth. These are my numbers. There's people that definitely do better, people that definitely do worse. But for me, this was a fantastic run. I'm very proud of it. So there it is. Thanks, guys. Peace. Green